Okay, let's see if we can get this in here. All right. Yay. All right. All right, then. Okay, we're live. We are live. Is that all the rice we have?
Yep.
We have a ton of rice.
But where is it?
Okay, it's all right.
I looked in the refrigerator. Was there somewhere else I should have looked?
Hi, y'all. How you doing? We're going to be starting the fire puja here. And we've got our technology rocking and rolling. See this? You can see the fire pit. You can see me here, over here. And we can go live over here so that you can hear me as we chant mantras and talk about stuff. So just hold tight and we'll be starting in about 4 or 5 minutes. Right? Yeah, it's okay. We don't. There's enough there. You can give people my rice. It's okay. All right. So let's go to here. Can you zoom out for the fire pit?
More rice. This is mixed with rice.
Yeah, that's puff rice. It's good.
It's both.
It's good. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about the fire puja. Let me just make sure we're still live. Okay. So everybody just get comfortable and sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. If you can't do that, just go ahead and sit in a chair, or you can even lie down on your couch or wherever it is that you are. It's okay. So we're going to be broadcasting live every new moon and full moon, and we're doing this because a lot of people asked that we be able to televise the energy of the fire pujas and also to receive blessings that transmit through the fire element. You know, it's not just a fire pit with a bunch of logs in there. This has been an ancient tradition for thousands of years, and there's a lot of mysticism behind it. There's a lot of power behind it. There's a lot of purification behind it. And we time these twice a month on full moon and new moon during those timings because we're capturing and we're receiving the vibrations of the moon cycles. So a lot of people ask, well, what's the difference between the full moon and the new moon? And it's pretty simple. The full moon represents the high divine Shakti, divine feminine vibrations that is uh, being emitted from the sun to the moon back down to us. So it's quite powerful because most everything in spirituality revolves around the vibrations and the power of the sun energy because um, oh, let me get this. Yeah, there we go. Because the sun is the source of life. It's a source of warmth. It's a source of probably the highest vibrational frequency. So that sun is reflected in the moon coming back to us, and also the fire pit, because the fire is a very powerful element. It's one of the five elements. It's the highest purifying, it's the most mystical, it is the most transformative. Of course, the earth, you can think of the five elements like your hand: earth, fire, sky, water, air. And those are the five elements that we are comprised of. So during these fire ceremonies, what we're doing is we're capturing the power of the elements that are here, specifically the fire. And everything comes back down to healing. That's why we come to the fire ceremonies here at the Shirdi Sai Temple in Los Angeles. It is a transmission of energy that comes through the fire pit, and it is designed to really heal. And how the healing happens is through the vibrations of the sounds, mantras that we repeat. It's through the vibrations of the flames in the fire. It's the transmission of the vibrations of the moon, and it's the vibrations of our soul receiving divine energy. And that in itself is healing. And so when you look at the fire element contains so much of the mother's power and the seed of the divine father, both simultaneously. And so what's happening is an alchemy of sorts. It's an alchemy of the vibrations to our soul. It's the transformation that happens as a result of that. And it is that energy that we seek because it's a reflection of our higher self. So, with no further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to take a flame and wave it to the pictures of the deities and the divine souls that will be present during this fire puja. And yes, we're invoking, we're asking, we're pleading, and we're requesting that the divine energies come and be a part of the fire ceremony so that as we reach out to the divine response. So let's start. We'll start off with three ohms, and then we'll do one of the Ganesh, one of the Gayatri, and Ganesh, Guru, then Gayatri mantra. And then after that, we'll do three of them, yeah. I'm here with Sri Ramya ji. She's the Pujari for today. And yeah, just sit back and enjoy. And we'll do our best to master the technology so that the transmission is going to be. Oh wow, here we go. Okay, I was talking into the camera, and it wasn't broadcasting to you guys. Technology is its own reality. I haven't really quite mastered it yet, but it's okay. We're getting there. Anyway, so we'll do our best, and each week we'll get better and better and better. So just sit tight, enjoy, and we'll start the fire. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru
Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivanam Chaturbhujam Prasadavaranam Yaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivanam Chaturbhujam Prasadavaranam Yaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivanam Chaturbhujam Prasadavaranam Yaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat.
Is the fire going? You have a camper? Is there a fire there? You lit? Rami. Rami. Take it from here, light it, put it inside. No. Yeah. So now we're going to do 41 Guru mantras to really kind of invoke the divine beings, divine souls, saints to participate, join us in this wonderful fire ceremony. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma
Tasmai Sri
Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Okay. Okay, now that we've done the invocation, it's now time to access the Shiva energy. New moon represents the time where we go within, the time that we go into a deep place of silence, that we ask for the protection of the Father. And it's the Shiva aspect, the Father energy, which is about protection. It's about the master of the five elements. It's about getting your soul to a peaceful place, touching the infinite consciousness within us. The Shakti is the outer manifestation of the energy that the mother receives from Shiva. So really the Shiva energy is the seed of consciousness. That's how much power is contained in the fire element, because there is both the seed and the expression of that creation energy. And it's very profound. When you access the new moon energy, you're going into the silence. It's through the silence, which is infinitely accessible from all points of creation. In the silence, there's a light. It's not boring. It's not dull. In fact, opposite. In the silence, everything is created. It's the void. But in the void, everything is there. So it's up to us to be able to access that energy. It's up to us to access the energy of the silence through the beautiful vibrations of the fire element. They say that you can't create unless you know how to destroy. And you can only destroy when you know how to create. That's the beauty of the fire element. And the fire was amazing because all the saints knew the power of the fire element. They all knew the power of transformation that the fire made available. Burning karmas, burning negativity, burning the illusions. That's the miracle of the fire. That's the beauty of the fire, to remove and destroy that which is an illusion which covers us. We spend our days going from activity to activity to activity to activity. But when do we go and access the deep inner silence? Closing our eyes, we focus within. When we open our eyes, our energy is drawn to that which we focus on. In the world, or even at the fire ceremony. But this is a high charged positive event. When you're able to absorb the vibrations of the fire as you stare into it, you're able to access real power, real peace, real grace. So there is a mantra which links us to the sky and links us to that Shiva infinite energy. It's a beautiful hymn. It's also connecting to not only Shiva but the angels. Why the angels? Because the angels are an expression of divine knowledge, divine love, divine grace. Shiva uses the angels to help humanity and uplift their vibrations. If you've ever seen an angel is a very powerful and very amazing energy. It's an aspect of the reflection of the divine. So I invite you all to listen, absorb, feel the vibrations of the mantras, watch the vibrations of the flame, and wherever you are, absorb the silence in the new moon energy. We'll do it for 15 minutes, and then we'll conclude by breaking a coconut to release our intention for this fire puja. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapade shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shiva sannidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam shivena sahamogate om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasannidhau shivalokam Shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao shivalokam avapnoti Shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yahapate shivasanidao shivaloka mavapnoti shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivaloka Mavapnoti Shivena Samogate. Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivaloka Mavapnoti Shivena Sahamogate. Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivaloka Mavapnoti Shivena Samogate. Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivaloka Mavapnoti Shivena Samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao shivalokam avapnoti shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena sahamogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti mogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam avapnoti Shivena samogate. Om lingastakam nidam punyam yapate shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Yapate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Samogate Om Lingastakam Nidam Punyam Pate Shivasanidao Shivalokam Shivena Sahamogate. Just spend some time in the vibrations of the fabulous fire puja here, and you'll really begin to experience that divine energy. You see that a lot of when we come together, we offer things to the fire like rice and flour and ghee, which is clarified butter. And we do that as an offering to the fire because the fire is a living, breathing entity. It has tremendous power, it has tremendous grace, it has tremendous healing. I mean, healing happens when you just connect to a higher source of energy, whether it be the angels, whether it be Mother Divine, whether it be a divine soul, whether it be Shiva. Automatically, when a stronger magnet is in the presence of a piece of metal, it pulls it close to it and absorbs the vibrations. And we receive grace. And in that grace, there's a tremendous amount of healing that happens that is inexplicable. It's really very powerful. And that's what it's about. It's about receiving grace, receiving divine energy, receiving protection, receiving healing. I mean, who doesn't want healing energy? It's all around us, but we have to ask for it, be in its presence, be in the company of those divine vibrations. There's no mistake why the great saints used to spend time around the fire element because it was so powerful. It allowed them to talk to the angels. It allowed them to talk to elevated souls, Mother Divine, Shiva. So now we're going to conclude the fire puja by taking a coconut and putting our intention into the coconut and then offering it to the divine and then breaking the coconut to release that intention into the creation so that the mother can receive that intention and fulfill those desires. That's the mechanism of offering a coconut into the fire. So now we'll have Ramya Ji take the coconut and offer it to each one of us. Now what we'll do is we'll walk around 3 times around the fire and absorb the energy and the vibrations to our soul. That concludes this new moon fire ceremony. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you 2 weeks at the next full moon fire ceremony. Take care.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
bhavantu. Loka samasta
sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti,
Shanti,
Shanti, Shanti.
Shanti.